Yes, all right. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi, and this is your daily Arsenal update. We took on Olympiakos. That is on Thursday, and everybody is much excited about the game because it is when we officially qualify. I think we have already qualified for the quarterfinals of the Europa League, and I'm really excited. I think the more exciting fixture then will be Manchester United, AC Milan, and I'll talk about that. In the match preview of the Europa League. But in this one, we're going to be looking at the predicted lineup. Arsenal up against Olympiakos. Who should actually start in this game? Because for me, I see it as a done deal. I look at it as a game that we have already won. I don't see any reason as to why Mikel Arteta shouldn't be giving Gabriel Martinelli a reason. And I think there must be big reasons if he doesn't give him a chance. There are going to be big reasons. I'm going to go through his press conference, try to react to it, and see what did he talk about. But look, this is a game where Martinelli has to play. This is a game where we are going to have squad rotation. Yeah, it is important, and I still remember last season we were dumped out of the same cup by the same team, Olympiakos. But I think this is a totally different story. We are 3-1 ahead. We got 3-1 in Greece. We are coming at the Emirates Stadium. Surely players like Gabi Martinelli need to get a chance. And I don't think Arsenal is going to lose a game because Gabriel Martinelli is playing. It's incredibly crazy if anybody believes that, and I don't believe there is any Arsenal fan that believes in such nonsense, and they know this is a game for Gabi to play. Of course, I would also want to see players like Matt Ryan, the new goalkeeper, get a chance. I think it would be fascinating to see him in goal, on the European scene, because I think coming from Brighton to us, that's one of the reasons as to why he joined the club. He would want to see himself play in European football. So I think he will get a chance, and he should actually get a chance. So I'm going to be looking at that predicted lineup and see who comes in, who doesn't come in. Of course, I cautiously, I know at the back of my mind that Arsenal can disappoint, and they know we need our best players around there. Saka must play, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang must play. I think he didn't play over the weekend because of discipline reasons, but I don't care, and I don't want to know about that. I think he should play, and I think he deserves to be in the starting lineup against Olympiakos. So let us look at the starting lineup that I've that should actually go down. Of course, like I said, I always say, I want to know what you think about these videos. Go down and tell me what you think about the predicted lineup in this one. Who should actually start for Arsenal and who shouldn't actually be playing for the team. So in this one, in goal, like I said, I'm not going to change my mind. In goal, I'm going with Matthew Ryan, because like I said, he needs this chance. This is his. How did I write Matran? Then I wrote him as a centre back. Should be a GK. Good. There we go. So in goal, I'm giving it to Matran, and my reasons are very explainable. I hope you guys will actually bear with me, because I think he deserves to be there. I mean, I just feel he deserves to be there. I just feel if we do not give him that chance, it's going to be a little bit, unfair to him. He's been at Arsenal for some, few weeks now, or we signed him in January. I think he's been at the club for around 7 weeks. But I was impressed with him against Aston Villa. I think he played very well. I don't know what you people think. You should actually share with me. That's why I want you people to always do share with me, on these videos, because I think he had a very nice game against Aston Villa. Very good performance, by the way. And I would repay him, by giving him such a game. I think it's not a game that we are going to be under a lot of pressure, but it's a game that we need to get a result, like a 1-1, like a 2-2. We don't need to play for a draw. We don't need to play for a loss. We need to come out and win. But Matt Ryan, for me, gets in goal. Let's give Leno some time to rest. Of course, Leno has been making the mistakes, but that's not the reason as to why I'm putting out of the lineup. I think he is still a very decent goalkeeper. I'll go with Pablo Mari in the centre back partnership. I don't know what you think about Pablo Mari. I think he's one of those players that for me they impress me whenever he gets a chance. He delivers. I've not seen him, fail to deliver this season, and he has not got a lot of, consistent games. He's been, on and off. Mikel Arteta trusting him in some games and then mistrusting him in other games. But I think he's been there. He's provided what he has to provide. He's provided the quality, and I would give him that chance to play. Rotate Gabriel Magalhaes for that case. And then I don't know how Rob Holding is faring, but he's missing in action, and he's one of those actually defenders that I think I'm used to this season. I'm really used to him. He had a very good season until when he got that little injury. But I think he's doing well. He's been doing well the whole season. So Rob Holding, Pablo Mari in my centre back partnership. I know some of you are gonna tell me, "Kosi, are you crazy? Gabriel Magalhaes should be staying, playing." But I said it's a game where we need to calm down, and that's why I'm using the usual, lineups, but just bringing in a few characters here and there. In the right back, of course, we are going to go with Cedric Nonso. He had a very good performance, of course, against Spurs, and I think he deserves more. And I think why don't we give him a chance? We don't have another left back, so Kian Tierney for me is that only man that's going to come in as our right back, as our left back. So Kian Tierney comes in. Of course, it's something we've been talking about, and it's something that we shall talk about even in the in the near future. We need to get a backup left back. That's not going to change. It's going to be my song in the summer. If Arsenal don't do it, I'm gonna be quite very disappointed, because it's something we've been talking about ever since last year. Kian Tierney needs a backup. We let go of Sitko Lazinak, which was a very good move, very, very fantastic good move, and everybody did agree on that. But then we need to get someone who can actually, switch positions with Kian Tierney. Remember when he got injured, things were so bad on our side. So I'll give it to Kian Tierney there, but we need to get a backup player there, probably Max. Oh no, wait, that's Max Aarons. Of course, you could think about. I don't know, Ryan Bertrand, Southampton. You know the options, but I don't want to talk about that. I'll talk about that in a whole video about how we need a backup left back so badly, and that person should be quality as well. Now in the midfield, it's going to be very funny, but I'm going to give it to Thomas Partey and Mohamed Elneny. Actually, I think Elneny has had a couple of good performances coming from the bench. I don't know whether that's to confirm that he is a very good bench material, or he's just not good enough to play 90 minutes. I don't know, but I'm just going to give him this much because I think the African partnership for me can hold Olympiakos, especially in their midfield, because one of the things I saw in the first leg and that I didn't like was the way they were traveling through the midfield. It's like they were so free. Look at the goal they scored. A mistake, but the time it takes them to score the goal from the time the mistake is committed, it's like there is no competition. And if we do that, then we are not actually going to we're not going to survive tomorrow. So what we need to do is get Mohamed Elneny and Thomas Partey. Mohamed Elneny gets this one as a reward. Granit Xhaka gets out of the lineup as a reward to rest, not because he's awful. No, I'm giving it to Thomas Partey. One, I think Partey can control the game. Of course, he does control games when he's when he is on his very good day. And the other thing I want Thomas Partey is he's lacking much fitness. I don't know whether you people have actually realized this, but whenever I look at Thomas Partey, I feel like he is lacking something. There is that Thomas Partey we want to see, and there is that Thomas Partey that we are seeing. That Thomas Partey who's like, I wish I could do this, but his hands a little bit tight, and it's because he's adapting to the team, adapting to the league, and adapting to everything. Everything looks new. So actually, I would go with Thomas Partey to give him match fitness. I don't know whether I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, then you guys can of course always do correct me. That's why I like. That's what I like about you. Okay, let's move to the number 10 role, where we could either use Smith Rowe or Martin Odegaard, and I'm not going to use any of them, which is funny. I'm gonna use Willian, and the reason I'm using Willian is one. He has 7 assists this season. It's remarkable, but okay, it's crazy, but he has the most number of assists at Arsenal this season. And I remember on this channel I have a video that Arsenal should let go of Willian, or Willian should let go of Arsenal, something like that. And that's crazy that he's our leading goal creator, and things are working in his way. And I think he needs to be in such games, boost his confidence. I think it's a game where he can create 2 chances and an assist, or 2 assists and score a goal for himself. I'll give him to Willian. I think he has exploded in the last 5 or 6 games. His performances have been very epic. If you remember the last game we played in the Europa League against Olympiakos this season, where we won 3-1. For me, he was one of the best players with Martin Odegaard, and I think Willian needs to be in this team. So let us give it to Willian as the number 10. So Martin Odegaard, sorry, we are not giving you this. But I liked the performance of Emile Smith Rowe over the weekend against Tottenham Hotspur, and I'll actually give Emile Smith Rowe a chance to start in this game. Now, most of you are gonna tell me, Kosi, you're crazy. Why are you giving it to Emile Smith Rowe, not Odegaard? Now, the reason I'm giving Emile Smith Rowe a chance, one, is he doesn't control games like Odegaard, and many people who understand how Odegaard and Emile Smith Rowe play by now will tell you they can play together because one controls games and the other doesn't actually control games. One is so possessive and the other is not so much of possessive, because Emile Smith Rowe is not so possessive. Odegaard is possessive. He wants to pass that ball, get it back, create things, and blah 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 blah. And I like it about him. But the reason that's why I'm playing Emile Smith Rowe is funny, but you will understand. You remember against Spurs over the weekend. We are not running. We are not coming to run in this game. And that's what we did against Spurs. And that's how we beat Jose Mourinho tactically. We didn't come to run in behind. What actually we did was get this ball, be comfortable, and try to give them a challenge. So I want us to give Olympiakos a challenge. And I think Emile Smith Rowe is one player that can actually do that, stretch, play wide into the wide areas, and he can create chances, and he can also go on target. And I think that's what we need to do. We need to keep Olympiakos, because for me it's a game that's going to be like a wave. They're gonna bring us, we take them back. They bring us, we take them back. I think it's gonna be like that. It's the reason as to I would want to play Emile Smith Rowe in this one. So I go with Emile Smith Rowe. I don't know if I'm making a mistake, but I'll go with Emile Smith Rowe in that one. Now, the other player, of course, is gonna be Saka, and the reasons are very, very, very clear why I'm going with Bukayo Saka. One, he is our best player, but the other thing I like about Saka is actually he makes things happen, and you know how much I love such players that do make things happen. Like, he gets the ball, drives it, and makes an assist without help. He's gonna get shots on goal. He's gonna do everything. You won. But the other thing I like about Saka, and I like it more when he plays as an inverted winger rather than playing on the left side of the pitch, is he's like a midfielder. There are times when he plays like a number 10. If you still remember, were we knocking out? Yeah, I think it was in this season when we were knocking out Benfica. If you still remember Saka's assist for Aubameyang for the first goal, that's he's purely in a number 10 position, and you ask yourself, what is he even doing there? but he is there very comfortable and sets up Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in a way that nobody can actually resist, and it's seen, and Arsenal have scored, and it's 1-0, and I liked about it, and because my striker in this one is going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. There are no questions about his beauty as a player either. I don't think there are questions about his beauty as a player, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and the quality and what he offers to us. Now, of course, there are so many big stories around why he didn't play against Spurs, and why, of course, Mikel Arteta did talk about it, and I'm very sorry that on the first day and the second day of the week we didn't cover stories, because we should have talked about that. But I don't want to escalate things, and I don't think it's something big. He's been missing training, not missing, but coming late in training. Of course, that's when Mikel Arteta actually dropped him. And it worked in our favor because Alexander Lacazette has a very good, has always got very good performances against Spurs. But the reason that's why, I'll play Aubameyang against Olympiakos, one, is to get goals. I want goals. And he's one player that whether you put the ball up or down or where, he's going to score the goals. And he's that good. He's the best, he's the best striker in the Premier League behind Harry Kane right now, or behind Sergio Aguero and Harry Kane. I think he's that brilliant. I think he's that good. It's not his season in the Premier League, but I think he's doing well, picking up the goals and that. So I think that's my predicted lineup. I don't know whether you guys, any of you actually has a problem with it, but it's that, and I think it's that good. Ryan, Cedric, Holding, Murray, Tierney, Partey, Elneny, Willian, Saka, Smith Rowe, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Use the comment box to tell me what you think about this game, especially the lineup. No. I didn't include Gabriel Martinelli. How the hell did I forget this? I'm putting out Saka. Seriously. I'm putting off Saka, and I'm going to put Gabriel Martinelli. How did I forget that? My focus was on Martinelli. I think I'll put off Saka and go with Gabi Martinelli. Sorry for that, by the way. I almost kicked myself in the eye. I'm going with Saka. I'm going to Martinelli over Saka. So that's my predicted lineup, and I'll speak to you during the match preview and Mikel Arteta's press conference later today. Love you so much. Keep it Kosi's Arsenal podcast, and we'll be back very, very soon.